Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out here in Denver, Colorado. I'm at this place called Shake Shack. I had to look at the receipt and couldn't remember what the name of this place was. And the reason I'm here is I was going to a client's business that has taken him about 2.5 years to open up. He told me about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago, he goes, "Hey, Wendy, Atma Namaste." He goes, "It's open." And I was like, "Sweet, I'll stop by." And he goes, "Love to have you come by." Well, I go there. Number one, the place is closed. Number two, there are no hours. And then number three, he's not even in Google Maps. So I'm like, dude, you gotta let me know what the dealio is so I can promote you on the stream for people who are here in Denver. His specialty is tea. It's called Scape Trader. Treader? Treader? Anyways, that's his business. And he's been in the tea business for like 10 years. He has a warehouse in Buenos Aires. He has a beautiful house about two blocks or so from the beach in Buenos Aires. And then he has this business here in Denver, Colorado, where he imports tea from Argentina and then ships it up here. And I was peeking my head through the door, and I was like, "Oh, it's pretty nice." And wasn't open, so wanted to get a bite to eat. I'm over at this place called Shake Shack. Pretty good shake. Very sweet. I don't know if it's good to be drinking a shake. Ashley, I'm going to say, I don't know if it's good to be drinking a shake inside when the temperature outside is about 25 degrees. Earlier, yesterday, it was -2 degrees without the wind chill. And in the mountains, it was probably like -20 without the wind chill. But I want to jump on and share something with you guys that I think you can get some benefit from. As you guys know, we do these live streams every single day for 2019, and we talk about three major areas, or three major topics: energy healing, meditation, and practical spirituality. And so I was receiving healing and coaching from one of my mentors yesterday. Yes, the healer has a healer, the coach has a coach, right? And I think that's a smart thing for anybody to do if they want to take their game to the next level, because everybody has blind spots that they can't see. There's a term, actually a local business owner in Denver came up with, Hermie, Atma Namaste, many years ago called, Autumn, Atma Namaste, called outside eyes. Outside eyes. So when you're focused on a problem, whether it's a personal problem or a professional problem, you're so used to looking at that problem one or two ways that you can't see other options, other avenues, other possibilities. So you bring in outside eyes, friends, family members, co-workers, even people you meet in a line at Starbucks to get insight and go, "Hey, I got this problem. What would you do in my situation?" Or have you ever come across a problem like this before and solved it? How did you do it? How did you solve it, right? So outside eyes are very, very important, especially if that person is outside of your area of expertise, right? So let's say my profession is coaching and energy healing, and I'm having an issue with a client, and I talk to a plumber about that issue. Olga, Atma Namaste. And that plumber gives me insight in how I can help heal and coach my client, right? It's possible. Not all the time. Autumn says, yes, it helps so much to have another perspective help you. Exactly. I like the heart with the little sparkly thing around it. That's cool. So, as I was sharing with my mentor last night of the sticking point that I've had for 20 years. You heard that correctly. 20 years. And this pain was partly physical and partly emotional. More physical than emotional. So we started talking, we did some coaching, we did some healing, we went back to some coaching, we went back to some healing, and we ended up pulling out one of the books that my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Koksui, wrote, which is called The Spiritual Essence of Man, the Spiritual Essence of Man book. And she said to me, "Hey, send me a picture of such and such page." So I sent her a picture of it. She was reading through it really quick. And then she wanted me to read several paragraphs within a certain chapter of that book. Now keep in mind, what's up, Amanda? Namaste. So this book I've had for maybe 14 years, 13, 14 years. I've read the book many, many, many times. Now, just because you read something, Namaste, does not mean you understand it. I'm going to say that a few different ways. Just because you sit down, you open up a book and you read it from page 1 to page 250 does not mean you understood anything that you read. Just because you have a 4-year college degree in economics does not mean you understand commerce, does not mean you understand business, does not mean you understand how to make money. Lily, Namaste. Just because you know something does not mean you understand something. So knowing is in the throat chakra. So whenever you're absorbing information through a book, an audio program, a mentor, a workshop, absorbing something and getting knowledge, that's the throat. That does not mean you understand the knowledge that you received, which is the ajna. So these work in conjunction with one another to help you acquire information, Karina, Namaste, and to help you understand the information that you're acquiring. Have you ever met somebody who's very, very intelligent? They're very articulate. They know a lot of things, but their life is in complete and utter shambles. That's an example of someone who has a lot of knowledge, but not a lot of understanding of their knowledge. Right? So I've read that book, Spiritual Essence of Man, 10 or more times over the past 13 years. Olga says, so true. Absolutely. Right? So I've read that book and I've done my best, granted, I've done my best to understand that book. But because Master Cho's teachings are on many, many different levels, Josiah, Namaste, the tallest Arhatic yogi I've ever met. Zach, Namaste. Just because you read the book, there's many, many levels of truth. Just like the Bible, there's many, many levels of truth of the same passage, right? Or the Quran, or the Torah, right? There's many levels of truth because it was written by a very great teacher or teachers, and they're talking from not just one level of truth, they're talking from many levels of truth, right? So, I opened up, we start talking about the book, we start reading different chapters, or we start reading different paragraphs of one chapter on one specific chakra, and then she goes, right here, read that sentence again. And I'm like, this sentence? You go, yeah, read that sentence. So read the sentence again. I'm like, yeah, all right, I get it. I know what the sentence says. She goes, read it again. I'm like, I don't want to read it again. I just read it. She goes, read it again. I'm like, fine, more knowledge. And then what's starting to happen? It's starting to shift from knowledge. And I go, wait a minute. So is he saying this instead of that? Understanding is starting to become activated in the Ajna chakra. And I'm like, So if that's what he's saying, then that means this, this, and this. And then that would also mean this. And then what starts happening to the pain in my physical body and the pain in my emotional body starts going away. Literally. It literally starts diffusing and unwinding. Have you ever had a, what is it? Not a rope. Have you ever had Christmas decoration where the lights are all intertwined with one another? They're like wrapped up in 15 different ways, and like the more you try to pull them, the tighter they all become. That was the kind of pain that I was experiencing in my physical body and partly in my emotional body. But as I increased my understanding of what I was reading from a book I had read many, many times, what was starting to happen? It was starting to unravel. It was starting to unwind. The tension was going away within my body, and I was starting to have harmony and healing and homeostasis, and energy was starting to go in and heal those spaces instead of being so tight, so compact, so bounded that I was in tremendous pain. And that's just with awareness and understanding. So never discount the effectiveness of having awareness of a problem. Like, I didn't even know I had this problem. It's kind of like an alcoholic, right? An alcoholic isn't aware that they're an alcoholic until some tragedy, some crisis, some chaotic moment happened for them. Then they're like, whoa, I have a drinking problem. Bam, the awareness. Now with awareness, you can have inner transformation. Now with awareness, you can develop deeper and deeper levels of understanding. And when you have understanding, you have illumination. So because I increase my understanding around this particular ailment in my life, it's been significantly and substantially healed because of that. We didn't even really do that much healing on it. We did more coaching than we did actual pranic healing on it. So that's why I've been coaching, I've integrated coaching into my healing practice for about 5 years now. And it really helps transform somebody from where they are to where they want to be. If you just do healing, you'll have a result, but the person won't have understanding. If you just do understanding, but you don't remove the negative energy, the congestion out of their system, the healing rate is much, 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 much slower. So you combine the two, coaching, healing, you have miracles, right? Which is what I experienced last night. So I'm very, very grateful for my mentor. Ooh, it says network, low connection. So that's it, guys. That's what I want to jump on real quick for you this evening at the Shake Shack here in Denver, Colorado. My friend's business. If he was open, I'd be promoting his business right now. When he does have it open, or I know the right time that it's open, I'll go back and I'll do a live stream from there. So, if you are in need of healing, which we all are in some way, shape, or form. Actually, let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase that need part. If you are inspired to transform your life, contact me. Because part of my discussion with my mentor last night, which I thought was fascinating, because I was equating need, desire, and inspiration all together. Like, the best kinds of people to heal are those who have a need, right? That was my argument with her. And she goes, no, everybody needs healing, but how many people get healing? I was like, that's a really good point. Everyone needs healing, but how many people get healing? Not that many. But she goes, the people who always get healing are those people who are inspired. They're inspired to transform. They're inspired to move their lives forward. They want life to be breathed into them. Those are the people you want to work with, not the people you want to persuade, convince, cajole, sell, which I've known this for many, many years. You don't want to sell people in the world of healing, because if you're trying to sell healing, there's a level of too much solar plexus and like slickiness, and it's not the warmest, fuzziest energy, right? So you just got to put the offer out there, and keep putting the offer out there, and keep putting the offer out there. Why do you, Ava, namaste. Why do you think I do these live streams each and every day? Because I'm constantly trying to stay in the lives of you guys, to inspire you, to breathe life into you, to ignite the deep desire that you have within yourself to become a better person, to become a better soul, to become a greater instrument of goodwill and will to do good. So I'm now clarifying my understanding around neediness. Da'av, Abba Namaste. Do you get what I'm saying about neediness? Everybody needs healing, but just because you have the need doesn't mean you'll take the necessary action to get healing, to get coaching, to read a book, attend a seminar, go to a retreat, right? You have to be inspired. This coming March, I'm doing 3 major events for the month of March, because I'm inspired to do it, because I'm called to do it, because my purpose is to do it. What's up, Joe? Atma Namaste, fellow Arhatic yogi. Does that make sense? So, work with people who want to be inspired or are inspired. And I'm looking for people to work with who are also inspired. Okay? So that being said, if you're looking for healing, ChristianRLong.com/services. Schedule a distant pranic healing session with me. We'll do coaching, we'll do healing, we'll transform your life, we'll get you further to where you want to be than ever before. That I can promise you after 15 years of doing this work. And that's it. Stan, namaste, brother. Good to keep seeing you on the streams. I love it. And that's it, guys. So I love you very much. From my heart to yours, from God's heart to yours, from our teacher's heart to yours. May your life be blessed in any and all areas. And then I will see you tomorrow. I don't know when, sometime tomorrow. And then I'm going to get back to finishing this amazing shake in this warm, fuzzy place here in Denver. By the way, the place I'm in is called Rhino. So it's like a sub-division of Denver. It's all where the hipsters go. It's got a lot of warehouses that used to be like construction warehouses, heavy machinery warehouses, refrigeration, car mechanic stuff, but now it's like CrossFit, these fancy rug places, fancy restaurants. It's all very hipster-like. So this is a cool area of Denver. And that's it. So love you guys very much. I hope you have an amazing Friday, an amazing week, an amazing life. This is ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consultant. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye.